You've been with Everyman Legal for, well, getting on for 6 months now.
Yes, that's right.
What was the tipping point? Why did you decide to join Everyman Legal?
I suppose you're always going to be dissatisfied with where you are, in the sense that I wasn't happy at my former firm. And I think that was really for three main reasons. The first was that I felt that I could work an awful lot more flexibly than I was, in the sense that they were a traditional 9 to 5 firm, and I felt there was scope for working at different hours that would actually be far more family friendly, and that would enable me to support my wife in her career, and also to see more of my children. I think also I liked the sound of being self-employed, of actually making my own way, having my own client base, obviously now within an Everyman context. I wanted to keep more of my earnings, in the sense that I felt I was rather paying for partners' profits as opposed to actually reaping the rewards of what I was actually doing. And I was looking for a firm that was more progressive, that was going to take advantage of the new technologies, and in particular was going to try and go paperless, and to use the benefits of remote working. And that's something that my former firm, possibly for reasons of control, didn't feel they were able to trust solicitors with. And so for those reasons, and there were obviously petty things as well, but for those main reasons I wasn't entirely happy with where I was. And so I was looking around for something that would actually fulfill those criteria, if you like, tick those boxes.
What would you say is the best thing about working for Everyman Legal?
There are a number of things. I've talked about the fact that I wanted to work more flexibly. One of the great things about working for Everyman Legal is that, of course, you are self-employed, but with the support structure of a firm behind you. And therefore, in relation to flexible working, you can work as a self-employed person when you like. I work at home. I'm one of the home working consultants for Everyman Legal. My commute in the morning is literally down about 10 stairs, down to the basement where I have my computer and my phone line, and I can just get on with it from there. That means that I obviously have a great deal more time to devote to clients, devote to the family. That probably saves an hour and a half a day. So that's a very major advantage immediately, and I can work when I want. So if I'm tired or if I want a break or anything, I can just do what I want, and I'm not subject to any sort of internal strictures or rules. And I think that makes me a more effective solicitor in general. Being self-employed and with the fee structure that Everyman has, I get to keep an awful lot more of what I earn, which is extremely satisfying, and obviously has huge knock-on advantages for my future and my family and our security. Another very good thing about Everyman is the fact that it's a very progressive firm. It's always looking to innovate. It's always looking to improve. James and the team are always looking for ways to improve their use of modern technology, and that means that I think we're very competitive. And I think we're always going to be liked in the marketplace because we're always looking forward, and we're not stuck in boring traditional ways that perhaps are not so relevant to the needs of business people today.
Do you think there are any disadvantages for working for Everyman Legal? Are there things you don't like?
I think the current thing that I don't like is the fact that obviously I am based in Leeds and the firm's hub is down in Witney. And we do have regular team meetings, and it's a long drive. It's a drive of about 3.5 hours here and 3.5 hours back. That is, quite expensive on time, and it's quite an effort to get into the car and think, yeah, I've got 3.5 hours ahead of me to come down here. I think that will improve though, because as Everyman expands, I think hubs will set up around the country. And then there will not be the need to travel so much. Travelling isn't too much of a pain because we only tend to need to come down here every couple of months, so it's not too much of a drain on resources and Obviously the meetings are very, very useful, and it's very useful to catch up with your colleagues face to face and know what they've been up to and potentially gain cross-referral work and such like.
What's your ambition for your practice, and how will Everyman Legal help you with that?
My ambition is, I suppose, on various levels. I always start with the clients, and I always start with wanting to do my absolute best for my clients. The great thing about Everyman Legal is that it gives me the platform to effectively do that because of the incentives, because of the flexibility, because of the way I'm now working enables me to deliver a better service for clients. So the basic Everyman model is very, very helpful in terms of my ambitions to be the best in my field, certainly locally, if not one of the best nationally. But also, I think it's very exciting to actually be spreading word of the Everyman model to others, to people like me who perhaps were just sort of hovering under the level of partnership, but are ambitious, want to develop their practices, want to do well, and to actually bring others on board. That's a very exciting prospect, to actually see Everyman expand on this model, which I think has so much to give to others in my position. And obviously I would like to build a team. I would like to build a team of criminal and regulatory lawyers who would work with me, and it's always good to be working in a team. It's good to be working alongside others. So I suppose it's the fact that it provides me with the support that I need to do my job properly. It's the fact that I'm ambitious for the growth of Everyman and for actually spreading the message to others, but also I want to develop my own practice area within Everyman and to develop a team and to become even more effective and provide a better service to, I suppose, probably bigger and better clients as well.
How do you manage your workload?
It's a difficult question in the sense of working at home. I've already said that working at home is a major advantage. It cuts out the commute, and that of itself saves an awful lot of time, an awful lot of hassle, and it means you can be at work very, very quickly. So that of itself is a great assistance in actually managing workload. Everyman is essentially paperless too, so you're not surrounded by huge amounts of paperwork as you would be in a traditional law firm with files here, there and everywhere. So that's extremely helpful too. I'm in an area where I can be very busy very quickly. If an emergency comes in, if somebody's in trouble with the law, I may need to go out to a police station, or I may need to go out to a health and safety incident site, or whatever. So the more flexible I am in terms of my working arrangements, the better it is for me. I'm not sort of hamstrung by any sort of constraints or structures of a traditional law firm, which is why the model works so well, essentially, for somebody in my position. So the Everyman model very much helps me manage my workload. And I just crack on. I do the best I can for clients in every situation. I'm always wanting to deliver the best I possibly can. I go out and see clients and contacts and counsel as I need to, but of course that's from home, and that has advantages in itself. And it means that, again, I can be very flexible about when I see them, because I'm not doing a 9 to 5 day. It may well be that I take the afternoon off but go, for example, to see a witness at their home in the evening. And that, again, will suit a client or somebody involved in the case an awful lot more than it will if I say, well, I've got to be out of here by 5 or whatever. So again, it provides that sort of flexible platform to maximise client service.